matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Trae Young said when he was growing up, he was never a big leaper or a dunker. Truth be told, he said, I wasn't even considered a top guard in my recruiting class. But I worked relentlessly and played with a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to be considered among the great players. I wanted to belong. Kevin, he certainly belongs with the Hawks right now.
Thanks, DA. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played. And
an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Young. And it's Gallinari in at the 3. And for Detroit, they've got Jeremy Grant. Smith is out there with Diallo. Then there's Okafor. And it's Stewart in at the 4 slot. So Detroit will get the first possession. Smith against Young. Smith the pass to Stewart. Gallinari against Grant. Puts up a 3. Diallo no good. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Inside, Okafor with the steal. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Good, nice job down low.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Now, here is Young. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Out left to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it again. Here's Collins. And the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here is Smith. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. Grant against Young. Grant surveying the D. Back to Smith. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Here's Smith. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And Grant now top of the key. Pass to Stewart. A second chance effort. Atlanta with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them, but they were a little bit fortunate to have survived at the end of regulation.
They were extremely lucky. I think they took their opponent for granted a little, and it nearly cost them.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Okafor kicks to Grant. Back to Okafor. The shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Grant, that's good.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of Smith. Solid at running the offense and finding his teammates who are open.
Smith against Young. For the three, cans it from downtown. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
It just looks like it's going in every time. Maybe because we've already seen Trae do this so many times.
Pass to Stewart. Over Collins. With the tip. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Gallinari. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Now Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the pass to Stewart. Back to Smith. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
Now here's Diallo. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Detroit, no good that time either. And the Hawks with possession. They've got a 13-2 run going. Young passes to Collins. The kick out to Young. Capella, it's good on the putback.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Passes it to Okafor. Smith on the wing, defended by Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Gallinari. And Steve, after a tiny lull in adding superstar talent to the league, we're seeing guys like Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum, Zion Williamson, and John Morant make their presence felt.
Kevin, all potential future MVPs. And fans already can't get enough of these guys.
And he knocks down the first one.
And it's the combination of athleticism, speed, and intelligence Smith Jr. has that's so impressive. Just a dynamic point guard with loads of potential.
Both free throws good from Smith. And Smitty, we see the success and the great talent level in the WNBA. Do you ever think we're going to see a woman on an NBA roster?
Well, Kevin, that's a good question. Let's look at the history of the game. We've had 2 women drafted, Denise Long back in 1969 and Lucia Harris in 1977. I will say this, Kevin, I do believe so. I think in my era, there's one player I got a chance to watch and play against that could have played for sure with Cheryl Miller.
The Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
And so Collins nails both of them.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Josh Jackson's checked in for Diallo. Smith against Young. Pistons passing it around. Clock at 6. Young against Jackson. Okafor kicks to Grant. Pass to Jackson. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Bogdanovich. And the layup falls.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Pistons trail by 13. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And here is Okafor. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. 4 on the shot clock. Grant shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
The free throw drops for Grant, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. Donnie's checked in for Bogdanovich. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. And Grant drops them both. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Outside Rondo. To the paint. Here's Collins. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Collins has got 8 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
And the Pistons making a change here. White's checked in. Plumlee dishes to Wright. Hayes up top. Knocked away. Stolen by Collins. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Out to the right wing. And there's Hunter on the assist by Rondo. And the Hawks lead by 16.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Pass to Plumlee. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Here's Bay. 8 points his last outing. 5 to shoot. Tries it from the top of the key. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Outside Rondo. Lobbed up there for Collins. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Here's Jackson after the made shot from John Collins. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Trae Young.
You can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Now here's Wright. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Chicago. The pass to Hayes, just 5 on the clock. They get a hand on it, and Detroit with another turnover here. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him. Atlanta leading by 16. Rondo with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes to Hunter, and it's done in the corner. Off target with his three.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Jackson passes to Wright. Now here's Hayes. The three. Okongwu grabs the board. And finished off by Collins.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Here's Wright, following the bucket by the Hawks. There's the lob to Jackson, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about Jackson just taking off on these alley-oops? He has phenomenal timing for when to jump up and finish the lob pass.
Now, here's Collins. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Hunter, it's deflected.
And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has the chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal.
The free throw drops for Hunter. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category, and a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, the Hawks. It's an 18-point game. Up top, Plumlee. He had 10 points in the win against the Bulls in Chicago.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
And there's Hunter on the assist from Dunn. Hunter's got 7.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jackson with it. Okongwu covering. They grab their own miss. Plumlee, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Now here's Hayes. Defense is right there. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Chris Dunn picks one up. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Hayes. Hayes hits them both. And it's Rondo with the ball for Atlanta. It's an 18-point lead. Pass to Fernando. Down low. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And the Pistons with possession here, following the bucket by the Hawks. Jackson kicks to right. 6 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. The shot's good from Plumlee.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Hawks leading by 18. Rondo passes to Dunn.
Switch.
From 20 feet out. Here's Okongwu. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Good on both.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Plumlee. He kicks it to Jackson. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
He has gone ice cold this quarter, obviously not helping their cause.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Love Rondo down there on the block. Nice move to catch the D off guard.
The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
And Rondo drops them both. Here's Bay. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's Atlanta opening up a huge gap. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Atlanta. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Dunn is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Hunter. And it's Fernando in at the 4. Now here's Diallo, following the miss by Chris Dunn. Here's Bay. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Okafor is checked in for Detroit. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Gallinari comes in for Hunter. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Diallo inside. Dunn covering. Great positioning on the putback. Plumlee's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here is Young. From past the arc. Atlanta gets it back. Capella kicks to Dunn. Back to Capella. Over Plumlee. They shoot again. Here's Dunn over Diallo. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Not the easiest guy to stick. Chris Dunn's quickness puts defenders in difficult spots.
Yeah, Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach LaVine trade a few years ago. You know, GA, what's interesting about Dunn is he actually played a lot of small forward last season.
How about that? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard.
Take a break.
He's only about 6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example of how small ball is affecting every front court position.
And the first one at the line is good. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Hawks. Grant outside. Now here's Diallo. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Stewart misses.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the shot is good.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Here's Okafor, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. To the middle, intercepted. Smith outside.
Set up, set up.
And Capella sends it back. Diallo kicks to Smith. Here's Grant. The three-pointer, no good. The Hawks leading by 22. To the inside. And Grant sends it back. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
And looking now at some numbers for Gallinari, his last 10 games, averaging 12 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Well, sometimes even the best hit a little flat spot. It's natural. He'll get on a roll, and I think he'll be fine.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Grant. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now Young. He has 5. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Can't hit that one.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's Diallo. Rebound by the Hawks. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Young against Smith. Young inside.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Stolen away. Now here's Diallo. He's guarded by Collins.
Excellent feel and timing. Collins does a good job of protecting the rim.
Gallinari against Grant. Smith outside. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Young outside to the middle. Here's Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Chicken wing. That way.
These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. The Hawks, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the rankings.
And here's Gallinari. A 17-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. Goes back up. Tries yet again. And Capella with a nice bucket inside. Capella's got 8 points.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Young taking his time here. Gallinari finds Young. Gallinari down low. Grant on him. And it's Gallinari missing. Grant, that's good. He's got 10.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Smith against Young. Now the pass to Collins. Just 5 to shoot. Such a wide open look.
The willingness of Young to work off the ball just gives the defense another thing to account for.
Smith with it. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
The Pistons have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Now, here is Young. He has 7 for 3. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Smith against Young. Nice shot by Smith.
They are just killing him on the interior.
The Hawks leading by 17. Here's Young. With his average of more than 32 points a game, he's giving opponents nightmares with his firepower. It's Bogdanovich on the wing, covered by Smith. 4 on the clock. Here's Capella. Nice touch on the bank shot. That's 10 points for Clint Capella.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Smith on the wing, defended by Young.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Passes it to Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Collins. Over Grant. Shot by Collins, no good. Pistons trail by 19. Hayes with it. He's picked up by Collins. Hayes the pass to Grant. Rebound by the Hawks.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here is Gallinari. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bounce pass, Smith. Gallinari with the steal. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Atlanta now working with a new shot clock. Second shot opportunity. That's good from Gallinari on the assist by Collins. Gallinari's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question: toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Gallinari. Donnie's checked in for Bogdanovich. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. Rondo with the steal. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Every season, Collins has a few games where he puts up huge numbers. This is one of those nights.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Bay. Dishes it to Jackson. And it's Hayes in the corner. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Hayes has got 7.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
Now, here's Collins. It's good. 18 points for him.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Here's Hayes after the made shot from John Collins. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Right against Rondo. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Bay. 1:32 left in the first half. Hayes finds Jackson over Hunter. Jackson misses.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Rondo against Wright. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Rondo is so tricky. Consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Rondo.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Okongwu, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Here's Jackson. Rondo with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Okongwu slams it in.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Dunn. Throws it up high, and Okongwu slams it in.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Rondo bounce pass. Here's Collins. Bay pulls it in. Now here's Hayes. He has 7, and the pass to Jackson. To end the run. They get it back. Plumlee. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's Atlanta running away with this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Trey, you've made it look easy so far. How have you been able to pick them apart?
I'm just taking what the defense is giving me. Open driving lanes. They're leaving some of our bigs open, pick and rolls, things like that. We just got to continue to do it and try to get this win.
Make them pick their poison, right? Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. There was no stopping John Collins in the first half. He had 20 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. Look at the field goal percentage against them. This tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. John Collins has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Smith, Diallo out there with Grant. Then there's Jahlil Okafor and Stewart in at the 4 spot.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
The Pistons shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Down low, here's Okafor. Shoots over Capella, and it's Okafor. That time on the assist by Grant. Okafor's got his second basket.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Now Young. Pass to Rondo. Over Smith. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Smith. Collins with some nice D. And here's Atlanta. Pass to Young. Count it. Good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Smith. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Grant. But they'll get another chance. And Capella sends it back.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Rondo is doubled. Feeds to Collins. Gallinari wide open. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Capella.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Atlanta making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Young against Smith. To the paint. Here's Okafor. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Pistons have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. No good on the free throw. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Atlanta. And he's good on the second. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Young outside. Pass to Fernando. Gallinari outside. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Fernando's got his first points of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Back to Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
I'll tell you what, he just brings that Mamba mentality, if you will. When he's got a chance to attack the rim, boy, he just goes to another gear.
Now, here is Young. 9 points in the game so far. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. 5 on the clock. And here's Gallinari outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
A consistent shooter, Gallinari can light the tree from deep.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Grant the pass to Smith. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And here's Young. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Capella kicks to Bogdanovich. Young outside. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Capella, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Great initiative from Capella there. Seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D to act.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
74%, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He misses the free throw.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
He hits the second from the line. Diallo with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Okafor. He's got 5. Smith finds Diallo. Smith against Young. Grant. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 4 assists in the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Now, here is Young. He's got 9. The pass to Fernando. Fires for 3. The Hawks again can't hit. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Passes it to Grant. Pass to Smith. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Hawks. Fernando's got his 4th rebound in this one. Smith against Young. Gallinari in the corner. Over Grant. The Hawks again can't hit.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
It's stolen by Smith. Here's Diallo. Lays it up off the glass. Diallo's got 6 points.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here is Gallinari. Six on the shot clock. That one a little long.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Diallo, no good. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Capella. Can they get it? Young's shot is off. The Pistons shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Grant against Gallinari. The pass to Okafor. Here's Smith. From deep three-point range, Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Gallinari, the bounce pass. Fernando, that's good. Fernando's got his second basket of the game.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
And, well, Detroit shooting around 29% from the floor. A tough night for them all around on the offensive end. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And it's done in for Bogdanovich.
Get open, get open.
Passes to Bay. Wright looking around. Pass to Bay. Clock at 4. Overdone. Offensive rebound. Stewart. And they pick up 2. Stewart's got his first bucket of the night.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Here's Dunn. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. And Okongwu slams it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Okongwu's now gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Pass to Diallo. Now here's Wright. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He's looking for Diallo and finds him.
You've got to be on exactly the same page to connect on that long of an alley-oop.
Yeah, and even then, it's a tough play. Here's Fernando. And here's Young from the arc. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
That's his second three-pointer of the night, 1 in each half, trying to keep the defense honest.
For Detroit, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Josh Jackson's checked in for Detroit. Hayes comes in for Diallo. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Rondo's checked in. That one is no good. Atlanta's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. There's the pass to Okongwu. To the right side. And it's done, penetrating, lays it up and banks it in.
Especially dangerous off the bounce. Chris Dunn can shift gears in an instant.
Now Hayes. He has 7. Pass to Bay. Back to Hayes from downtown. Here's Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Jackson has got the complete package down low. Loves putting the D in a compromising position.
It's his first trip to the line.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
That one is off.
And Jackson certainly has a lot of explosiveness. One of those guys who really wears his heart on his sleeve and brings that energy level every night.
Good on the second free throw. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Atlanta. Pass to Hunter. Dunn left side. Here's Fernando. He's guarded by Plumlee. Goes back up. 4 on the clock. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. Onyeka Okongwu is second.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued. It takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
2.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. And for the Pistons, they're shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Outside Jackson. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the first one drops. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Both shots good from the stripe. Here is Rondo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. In the corner, it's Hunter. Atlanta again missing. The Pistons shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Takes the 3. Hayes, no good. Atlanta shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And done with the slam.
Chris Dunn can create off the dribble and has an excellent first step.
.135 left in the third quarter. And here's Hayes. He has 7. Pass to Plumlee. Knocks it loose. To the inside. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And you got to love how Jackson shares the ball with his teammates. You got to like that unselfish mindset.
One shot.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Friday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And you know, for that matchup with Charlotte, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. Right outside. Here's Bay. He's guarded by Collins. Outside Rondo. The three-pointer is right on target. Rondo's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there, check mark. The physicality, check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Here's Wright after the made shot from John Collins. Jackson dishes to Plumlee. Now here's Hayes. Dunn covering. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Jackson can definitely rise and be free. Got to keep him out of the paint, or you're just asking for trouble.
Down low, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the shooter's face.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
All we got to do is move the basketball. The ball will find the right person. All right? Get it from side to side. Don't force it.
Greg, you can tell he wants his guys to work harder specifically in how they pass the ball.
I mean, it's just basic basketball. When you swing the ball around, the floor is going to open up.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Hawks, it's Reddish and Hunter teaming up at the forward spots. Tony Snell is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Okongwu in at the center position. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball, and we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. But you go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot. I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
Now, here's Hunter. To the paint. And Kongwu slams it in.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
And the Pistons with possession here. Jackson with it. And the pass to Ellington. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, here you sit, Smitty, at the broadcast table. Is there anything you notice about the game now that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Yes, Kevin. I mean, seriously, I did not know how much Kevin Harlan ate between games and during games. It is unreal. The before, the during, and after. You are a champ, Kevin, to be able to eat that much and to do your job.
And, well, Detroit shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Back to Jackson. Now here's Plumlee. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good from Ellington. Ellington's got 4 this quarter.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Passes it to Snell. Now here's Reddish. D right on him, and the basket is good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Jackson. Kicks it to Doumbouya. Here's Bay. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Hawks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's Reddish. The shot misses. And Detroit the other way now. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Ellington. Kept alive. Here's Doumbouya. Steve, you look at the large companies being created right now by some NBA players like LeBron and Steph. Talk about the example that sets for kids who look up to these guys.
You know, Kevin, I think it's a great example. A reason why they are showing the next generation of kids that's taking basketball serious, that they're more than just a basketball player. They are prepping for life after the game is over, but able to do it while they're playing.
And he knocks down the first one. Okafor's checked in for Plumlee. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And so he hits both. Here's Huerter. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Out to the right wing. Now here's Reddish. Ellington defending. A shot by Reddish, no good. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's foul number 2 for him.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Jackson finds Ellington. Over to the wing. Here's Bay.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
Detroit, no good that time either. Now, here's Reddish. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And he drops it in from the low post. Okongwu's now got 6 points in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Detroit with the ball. Now Jackson. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. He kicks to Ellington.
Nice stop from Kevin Huerter, using his size to his advantage.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now, here's Reddish. Back to Snell. Pass to Hunter. Here's Huerter. A three-pointer off the mark. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Bay passes to Okafor. Outside Jackson. Last year, LeBron, as we know, Steve, broke Derek Fisher's record for most postseason wins. Talk about the weight of that accomplishment.
You know, Kevin, let's take those two players. Start off with Derek Fisher. Give him a lot of credit. As a role player, he was on some great teams and contributed. Unbelievable to have that record. And then on the flip side, LeBron James was on some great teams, and he was the reason they were great teams, because he's one of the greatest players of all times. Two different type of players, but both are very impressive.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Okongwu. Young is subbed in for Tony Snell. Jackson against Young. Here's the three. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Ellington, the pass to Bay. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Reddish kicks to Hunter. And Okafor with the block. To the wing right side. Boya. And that one goes long.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
A shot by Reddish, no good.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Jackson against Young. Pass to Okafor. Shot clock at 5. Rebound Atlanta. And here's Reddish. Well, Smitty, you were a player with versatility and length. How much fun would you have had with today's style of play?
I think, Kevin, I was a guy that kind of played 1 through 3 at 6'8". But nowadays, I could have played 1 through 5. I would have loved playing the 5 position. Reason why: I could have got my shot off at any time I wanted. And the three-point shot, Kevin, you can take 10, 12 three-pointers. I would have loved that. This is what the analytics prefer: shots at the rim or from 3.
Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Reddish the pass to Young. And Okafor with the block. Young with the steal. Inside, here's Fernando. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. With some arc, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. And he makes the first. And so Jackson nails both of them. Smooth sailing for Atlanta. The pass to Fernando. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Jackson after the basket by Atlanta. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second three of this half, third of the night.
Passes it to Ellington. Atlanta with the rebound. Young with the ball. The tray. Rebound, Detroit. Okafor's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. For three, Ellington. Offensive rebound. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Here's Young. Pass to Herter. Now, here's Hunter. Back to Herter. Over Okafor. Here's Fernando. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Bay passes to Ellington. Okafor with the ball. Puts it up from 17. It's rebounded by Herter. To the paint. Now Reddish. And Young kicks to Reddish. Pass to Fernando. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Bay. Here's Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow. Now, here's Reddish. Kicks it to Hunter. In the corner. Herter with it. The pass to Hunter. Here's Fernando. Covered by Okafor. It's Young on the wing. Pulls it from 20. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pistons. Bay passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Pass to Fernando. Back to Young. Pass to Fernando. Over Okafor. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Detroit's gone ice cold from three-point land. 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steve, if you were playing in this era, how engaged do you think you'd be on social media?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kevin. I think a lot, because I think right now that's just the way this era communicates. And obviously there's some negatives to social media, but there's a lot of positive from a standpoint of being able to reach your fans, get your message out, especially what we've been going through in this time for our social injustice. But I also think there's a lot of marketing and branding opportunities through social media.
Atlanta's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Back to Herter. Three-pointer. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 6th rebound on the night. The shot by Ellington, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Now, here's Reddish. Here's Fernando. Here's Herder. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hawks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Collins.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And the new G League Pro Team, Smitty, signed a number of 5-star high school basketball players. How do you think this is going to impact the college game?
Well, I think it's going to impact it, Kevin. You miss out on those stars for sure. But I think you'll get more guys that'll play 2, 3, 4 years in college, which will give college basketball more consistency.
Here's Herder, following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Jackson deciding where to go with it. He kicks to Doumbouya. No good from outside.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Herder passes to Snell. Pulls up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Now here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Here's Herder. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Trey, this is a young team. So what is the chemistry and connection that lets you play together so well?
I mean, if you're around us outside of the locker room, you can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. I mean, you can tell the reason why we do that. And I mean, I love this group.
Well, congrats on the win, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.